I've never really bothered with notifications, so I have no idea how that works. Do you ring the bell? I've never really done that. Maybe I need to look in to see if I have to do something special for that. I don't think so. I think YouTube has always just been kind of bad at that, though. I don't think they've ever been super consistent with that. Dude, I think we all need to take pointers from you, Loxlin, who pulled Duchess and Newt back to back, and you're currently beating me in CVC, which doesn't happen very often. So I think we need pointers from you on how to summon shards. But as far as Embrys is concerned, I think I've got a pretty good idea what we're doing. Yeah, I don't know anything about notifications, to be honest. Maybe it works better on phones. Like maybe if you have the YouTube app, it'll notify you your phone and then you can get on the computer. I don't know the best system for that, to be honest. I've only been streaming for like 2 weeks. I am not the streaming expert. Burned a lot of RSS? What does that mean? I spent all of my energy today on this guy. Oh, resources. Okay. When I think of RSS, I think of RSS feed of like getting blogs sent to your email, which I don't know if anybody has done in the last 10 years. Probably. I am saving a couple of pots for whichever tournament I decide to do tomorrow. Probably gonna focus on Sand Devil tomorrow, and then assuming that we win personal CVC, I'll probably hit up the event dungeon with what I get there. We're looking good so far. Welcome everybody. We're gonna start building Embrys pretty soon here. Just letting a few people gather in. If anybody happens to know the best way of getting notifications for YouTube, you can leave a comment for Jerry. Am I doing the new fusion? I plan on it. I mean, I will probably never skip a Void Legendary fusion. Even if people think they're the worst fusion in the world, I don't think that skipping Void Legendaries is generally a good idea. So I'll be working on it for sure. I've got the resources. I've never had trouble doing a fusion. The only reason why I would skip a fusion right now is because I am really close to getting mod. If I skip one, maybe two more bad fusions, I should be able to get mod. So I am hoping to get her soon. But I would always do a void fusion. I just remember when Emic came out, people were saying that he wasn't that good, but it turned out he was pretty good, pretty useful. If you don't do the fusion, you're probably not going to summon him. Very low odds unless you're a big spender. If you go to where subscribe, change it from personalized notifications to all notifications. I believe you. I don't even know what that means. I usually just kind of remember when people tend to go live and I check. That's my notification, is I just kind of remember that kind of thing. I'm glad you figured it out. Okay, so the one thing that has slowed down my CVC, which is going fine, 310,000 points, is it turns out that the 2x event for Mortal Soul Stones is tomorrow. I went and rewatched Scratch's video, and I didn't pay close enough attention before, but yesterday he said the day after tomorrow, which is now tomorrow. So I gotta wait till tomorrow to try to get a soul for Embrys. I did see that Hell Hades suggested Nature's Wrath. So maybe I'll get a soul for him tomorrow. Probably not, but it could happen. We'll see how that goes. I wouldn't mind a soul for Lamasu. Just the 1 star there. There's a lot of champions that need better souls for, to be honest. So hopefully I'll hit on something that's good. I did get all of the masteries farmed today, thanks to the 1,000 energy in the clan shop, plus all the energy from CVC. I think that I'm going to do record a video for it, because I don't want to. I don't want to like run out of time or something to do it, and then maybe I'll build some champions or something with whatever souls I get live on stream. So I'll figure that out tomorrow, but I'll probably just record a video. I haven't posted a normal video in a while. I've just been doing the live streams. So I think I'm a little bit past due for doing a regular video. So yeah, the plan is to probably just record it and figure out what to do from there tomorrow night. Maybe I'll get a really good soul on something, and maybe I'll want to rebuild a champion. We'll see about that. So yeah, I won't have a problem getting all the points I need for CVC. It's still going to be a really easy CVC. I got 200,000 points in like 3 minutes this morning, so that was a nice start. And then tomorrow with the Soul Stones will be easy. If I need to, I've got plenty of legendary books left. I decided not to book Calvalax because I think that there's absolutely no reason to do that. Most of what you get out of him is just from him going, throwing those poisons on at the beginning without even having a turn. But I do want to rebuild. I do want to rebuild him and try to just get more and more attack on him. So I think that's the big thing with him. But I think that he's a little bit overrated for arena, because my understanding is that poisons don't go through stone skin, right? Not like burns. So I think he's still more exciting to use like PvE stuff for me. But I'll try it out. Maybe I'll see if certain champions, if it works better on against certain champions. Might be something to throw in, but personally I would rather go with Nishak, because he's definitely going to go through the stone skin. And if I go up against a Sifby, I wouldn't use Nishak anyway. I'd use Volcanos right now. Well, I can change my mind. It's getting hotter and hotter in the office here. Pulling in the fan a little bit closer to me. So, Embrys. Last night, I kind of just looked at the gear to see what was available for Knights Rev, and it looked like it would be pretty easy to put a build together. What I learned today, I did watch a couple videos on him. Number one, I put an Orb of Transfixion on him. Gives a little bit of extra HP. When I level it up, it'll give some extra accuracy. In theory, I could get more speed, but it's really hard to build up these relics. Hey, welcome. And then what I learned is that most players are focusing a lot more on the HP and the speed, and then just getting a decent amount of accuracy. Kind of like how I built Carnage. Carnage is still slow for me, unfortunately. But I did put some glyphs on him to make him a little bit faster today, but focusing a lot more on the damage and just having decent accuracy. That's how I plan on building Embrys, is having a decent amount of accuracy, but mostly focusing on the HP, getting his HP really high, getting his crit damage really high. So if I need to, I do still have a few of these 1 hour free gear removals, and hopefully soon we will be getting the daily ones. That'll be nice. But for now, I am going to just build it in a fitting room and seeing what we can find for him. I think we're going to have some pretty decent options for him though. So number one, HP ring. We are going stone skin, and then we are probably going lethal. I think that's what's going to work best. If lethal doesn't work out for some reason, we might try savage, but I think I've got pretty good HP nuker gear in lethal, so that's where we're going to start out on this tonight. Welcome everybody who's just joined the stream. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, help out the algorithm, see if we can grow this channel a little bit, make all these streams even better. And so we're going to start off with HP. Hey, Scrub is in the house. Welcome. It is Embrys time. So let's go to equipped, because I don't mind stealing from too many champions. The only one that I really wouldn't steal from is from the White King and the White Queen. I wouldn't do that. Let's see here. We want HP. We're probably going to start off with stone skin rings. So we only have two options, so it's pretty obvious what we have to stick with, even though it's got the double roll on attack, which is unfortunate. Now, we only need 4 pieces of stone skin, and we only need 4 pieces of lethal, so we can always take one piece and replace it with something random, and it'll be fine. So we did hit HP there. That's actually really good. Let's throw on a decent enchantment if we can. Good enough to start. I might as well level this up to 16. I think we're going to stick with that. You'll have to talk to my clan leader about the requirements to join the clan, but it's not that high. It did look like maybe we had somebody that wasn't going to quite cut it this week, so we might lose a member. We might have a space, but the requirements aren't that high. Basically, you got to attack the Demon Lord every day. It would be, I think that we haven't really worked out the requirements on like Hydra and Chimera, but we are attacking uh, Nightmare Hydra and or yeah, and Nightmare Chimera, but not Ultra Nightmare Chimera. CVC, we only have a requirement of like 30k, but we are improving that over time. I think that we need to up those numbers personally, but I'm not in charge of that. So you can apply it, assuming that we kick somebody out in about 30 hours. I'm not in charge of that. I don't like worrying about that kind of thing. So unfortunately, we got a couple of attack rolls, but there's nothing we can do about that. I guess I can enchant it. I need to run a lot of Shogun uh, and Sand Devil tomorrow. I am so low on not just dust, but oils and essences and all that. So low. All right. So we got the ring. Obviously, we're going to need crit damage on the amulet. But yeah, 180k CVC points. You'd probably be in the top third or so of the clan, at least top half. So that'd be fine. Let's see. We got. Okay, I think that we decided this is about our only option. Let's see what we hit here. Hopefully, some accuracy. Good enough. And let's hit some extra crit damage, perhaps. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and send that all the way. Get some nice CVC points while we're at it. We'll enchant our accuracy a little bit. I feel like I'm getting fewer glyphs from doing hard faction wars because I haven't progressed super far. So that's kind of disappointing. I feel like even level 1 of hard faction war should get at least as good rewards as level 21 in normal. That seems obvious, but of course they wouldn't do something that simple. All right. So pretty good here. Your clan hasn't lost a siege yet. We've won the last 4 rotations as CVC, but some of the people in here just get enough points to collect the rewards while the other 20 do all the work. Yeah, that's pretty normal. I wouldn't say we're all that different. All right, so I'm going to go and look for HP, but I might choose accuracy. What we really want to do is see who is going to be fast. I can steal this from Skeletor, who I don't use. Oh, wait, that's not... Oh, we only have one stone skin piece. So I guess we're going to go with that, probably. We could... If we have enough stone skin and lethal in our artifacts, I could throw on... like, I could go through all my pinpoint gear, see if I can get something faster. It's an option. Because that's kind of slow. I could go through my supersonic as well. I don't want to be spending all my silver on upgrading artifacts when I'm not going to get any bonuses on that right now. So I'd probably just do that in the future and roll with this for now, and then worry about that another time. So starting off pretty well because we found 3 stone skin pieces that work for us. And now we kind of need to find as much lethal gear as we can until we run into something that's going to stop us. So we'll look for crit damage gloves and see what we have in lethal. We got plenty of decent options. I'm going to go to equipped just in case I want to steal anything. So we've got, looks like 19 pieces of stone skin or lethal crit damage gloves. So we want crit damage with crit damage if at all possible. Crit damage with crit rate wouldn't be the worst, but it wouldn't be the best. Yeah, that's the tricky thing about clans is um, some clans are super competitive, some clans are super friendly. You got to find what works for you. Has a pretty good, but I don't like the double flat attack. See if I can find something that really works well. Uh, Not quite. That's pretty good. I would have to use some chaos dust. That's a possibility, but doesn't have crit rate, so it's not the best. Let's see. That one's pretty good. Pretty good. Not perfect. Consider that. I'll see what I have in Stone Skin. I have even less in Stone Skin. Crit damage, HP accuracy. Not not amazing here. Everything everything seems to hit attack. Attack, attack, attack. Okay, so this is decent. Decent piece. It's got 14% crit rate on it. It has the HP bonus here, so that's not terrible. We'd prefer it to be crit damage, but HP bonus is not terrible. Plus, we got the HP percent there. So we can enchant that a little bit. Not the best roll. Okay. Not terrible. Do I have any dust at all? Out of curiosity. 4. Not great. Okay. So we will move on to the chest piece. Has got to be HP percentage. Obviously the banner or the chest piece could be accuracy, but I'm gonna see if I can try to do without the accuracy pieces for now. If anything, I would probably want to replace the stone skin accuracy or the stone skin banner, replace that with accuracy over the chest piece. Let's see what we got here. That one's got crit rate, speed, resistance, pretty good. We can see how this hits. Kind of meh. Let's see how it ascends. Good ascension, so that's a possibility. I'm not stealing this piece from the White King. I could steal this. You know what? I don't love even after the buff. I don't love Mountain King. This is actually a pretty good piece. I'll probably just steal it from him. This is pretty good too. It's got accuracy as well. Which one's better? Try that one on and compare. Oh yeah, we want the one with more speed for sure. So I'll probably just steal that from Mountain King. And then we'll go find some speed boots. And hopefully get some crit rate and speed. Not speed. Crit rate. Let's see if we get the perfect boots. Let's see, we got... That's pretty good. We can steal that from Mountain King as well. Let me see. I don't see anything similar for Stone Skin. That's fine. Okay, so we just got the top pieces now. And we need one piece of lethal, at least. One piece of Stone Skin, possibly 2. And let's see here. Let's go with We need a lot of crit rate. We only got 48%, or we only have 52%. We haven't done the masteries yet. So we need about 43% crit rate. Let's go with priority stats, crit rate high. See what we have here. That's really good. That's like the perfect piece. 24% crit rate. We got some crit damage. We got accuracy. We got HP percent. Doesn't have the speed. So the next couple pieces will probably need some speed. That's a pretty good piece. Let's compare what we have here. Similar. So if we had a switch over, we could do that. Also similar. Not quite as good. Unfortunately, they don't have speed. What about this one? Wait. I thought I hit speed. Let's see. This would have crit rate, accuracy. Crit rate's way too low, though. What about this? Kind of slow. All right. So right now, we've got the lethal. We've got 3 pieces of stone skin. So we need 2 pieces of stone skin. We need 9% more crit rate and a whole lot of speed. So let's focus on the speed now. And we'll take off some of these things. Let's get the fastest pieces. Let's see. We got crit rate, speed, accuracy. That's pretty good. Wait, that's lethal. Never mind that. We're looking for stone skin. What can we do? Speed, crit rate. Pretty good. This build looks kind of slow, to be honest. Could be a problem. Kind of slow, kind of low on accuracy. We're going to have to probably fix that. And let's check out the helmets. That would be just enough. Pretty good speed. We can add some extra speed. Decent. So this would leave us at... Why is the HP so low? That doesn't make... Oh. I don't know why they make it so you can't look at the total stats on what you're trying to build. Okay, so... HP is still kind of low. We would need to get extra from our ascensions. The speed's kind of low. The crit rate will be fine. The crit damage is kind of mediocre. I'm not loving the build. I think we're going to have to tweak some things. See what we can do. First of all, we're going to look for accuracy pieces. Hopefully as much speed as possible. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking to replace the banner. See what kind of speed we can get. Let's just see if we can hit some speed rolls. Oh, that's pretty good. That would add 100 accuracy and at least 7 speed plus some ascensions. We can try that. Let's see if that's not going to be any good. That's not going to be any better. I think that's pretty good. So we can see if we get another speed roll. No, but we can enchant. We'll throw some 5 stars on. Ugh. Come on. I've had the worst enchanting luck today. I can't hit anything. It's been doing this to me all day. So that would get us up to 228, a little bit better, and accuracy 284. we're actually getting close just from that tiny change. Let's see. We can enchant here. Get an extra 4 speed. Get some extra HP. And I mean, basically, at this point, I just need to look at things one at a time. I mean, I can get more speed if I dust this. I can get more HP if I enchant that or ascend that. But let's just test to see if we can replace like one piece at a time. See if anything really helps us out. Crit damage, speed, crit rate. That would add crit rate and speed. So that's an option. Start with that. Let's see. No. Okay. So that's probably about as good as we're going to do on the gauntlets. And how about the chest piece? Worse. Okay. All right, we'll check out the boots. And those are lethal as well. Okay, that would add crit rate, but everything else is worse. Worse. Kind of stuck there. All right, then the top pieces. Go with the weapon. See if we can get any faster. I used my lethal gear, so unfortunately, I've got my best lethal gear on a lot of other champions, so it's kind of difficult to improve what I have here. So it's a matter of who I'm willing to steal from. That would make me faster, but I would lose crit damage, and I'm already kind of low on crit damage. I don't know if I could steal from Narcissus. I mean, I can always switch their gear, right? Like if he's really better, if I find myself using him more, I can just swap their gear pretty much. Since I'm not all that concerned with the accuracy, it's an option. The problem is I kind of know how to use Narcissus, so I'd hate to tear that apart. Something to consider, though. think everything else is kind of making me slower. Okay, so I think that's kind of it before we start adding masteries. We'll definitely get some extra accuracy from masteries, and we'll get that extra crit rate, a little bit of extra crit damage. If we can get a blessing tomorrow, that's going to add some crit damage. So I think we're going to roll with this for now. And it's going to need some more enchanting for sure. Let's see if we can get something good here. We cannot. I am not hitting any rolls today. Not a single thing. Can we get some good HP, please? Nice. How about Ascension? I will take it. I have already put on Orb of Transfixion. I actually got this idea from Ash. I watched his video on Embrys. And the good thing about him is since you're already trying to like steal their stone skin and stuff, you also have a chance to steal a random buff. And it can't be resisted. Plus it gives HP, plus it gives accuracy. I do need to upgrade it. I need to look at all my rare relics, see what I can get rid of, because I just don't have any more of this stuff. I only got one. So I need to go through my rare relics, upgrade those for food. But I can add a couple of these. Let's see. Not bombs. Not worried about dungeons with him. Or bosses. Hopefully I can find something. Increases accuracy. Whenever an enemy resists a debuff. That could be potentially useful. Yeah, I should probably get my cat's gaze to 15. He's on my Marius. That's certainly something I should be focused on. There's just not enough food. As I start putting more and more relics on, I really start to run out of food. Let's see. Defense. No. I'll probably just put these accuracy things on him. Oh. No. Oh, I almost messed that up. Got carried away. All right. That'll be good enough. That's fine. So we get a little bit of extra accuracy. Obviously, every champion needs blessings now. If a champion doesn't have a blessing, they're almost worthless. Like, not totally, but they're not half the champion that they could be if they have a blessing, let alone a good blessing. So hopefully I can get something for him tomorrow. They should probably do an event, maybe in the next 6 months, where you can, like a Titan event for his blessing or Lamasu's blessing. Because a lot of people are going to want that. Of course, Clarion would probably just do it in like a champion training tournament or something where only the winner gets it. All right, before we do any more enchanting, let's go ahead and do our masteries. I have never pretended to be a masteries genius. I tend to just steal my masteries from either videos or from Hell Hades website. But we are going with damage here. So we're going to get the crit rate, get the crit damage. Okay. Okay. Increases damage. Skill cooldown. And they're suggesting Helm Smasher. And then for support, obviously we want the accuracy stuff. All right, we just want to get, okay, I guess we can't do both, duh. Okay, so where does that leave us? Currently, base form, 75k HP, obviously low. Speed 242, pretty low. We definitely need to improve some things. Crit damage is kind of low. Accuracy is just okay. He needs a relic. No doubt about it. It's just the way it is. Or not a relic, a blessing. The stats are just going to look garbage when you don't have a blessing. Let's hopefully get some extra HP here, please. 5%, okay. Add just a little bit of accuracy. My glyphs are low. I've been glyphing too many things, probably with all those champion builds I did last week. My glyphs are gone. Let's see. Enchant this. And ascend it. And I am pretty much out of ascension. Okay, we hit HP there. That's good. What did we hit here? Anything? Or did it not go through? All right, I'm out. I'm out of oils. So I can't do anything else there. We can add some extra HP and accuracy here. Okay, we finally hit something. There we go. So obviously we need more glyphs. We need a blessing. 78 8k HP. Wait a minute. What about? Oh, that's done. That's okay. That needs to be dusted until we hit speed for sure. I must be out of these two. Yeah, I need to do Sand Devil and Shogun for sure. I'd say this build is on the right path, but it's not good enough right now. I mean, if I could add a blessing, I mean, what do you get from a blessing? Let's say that I wanted to add Nature's Wrath. I could get an extra 10,500 HP just from a 1-star blessing. I could add another 1000 HP plus 45 crit damage if I got a 4-star, another 60 accuracy, another 10 speed. If I was to hit the lottery and get 6-star or something. The power is insane on these mythicals. I remember it used to be a big deal if you could get a champion to like 100,000 power. Now my Arbiter is 100,000 power. But yeah, until I get a blessing on this guy, hopefully tomorrow, he's going to be lacking a little bit. Now I might have to consider stealing from some of my other nukers. I might have to consider who is better, him or Narcisse. I still favor Narcisse because I have the White Queen and they just work well together. And I'm not sure exactly where Embrys is going to fit into a team for me. I'll show you kind of the teams that I have right now. And I just don't know exactly where I'd want him to fit. I've got this team where it's basically Fabian taking away all the skills. Or if I go up against like a Siphi or something, Volcanos is just going to burn them away. This is just a stupid speed team. I don't ever actually use this unless I'm just trying to farm. This kind of team I've had for 3 years in the game. Just Arbiter into Kymar strips, and then she does a better job of stripping anybody that he misses, and then just whatever attack nuker. Recently, I came up with this when I got Lamasu. I had Mountain King in this role, but I discovered that it's a bad idea to have 2 force nukers on the same team, because if one week hits and then the second week hits, particularly when you go up against like a Duchess or something, like that's a big problem. But if for some reason he weak hits on a Spirit Affinity, then Monkey King kind of cleans up the pieces. And then this is why I have a big problem with getting rid of or switching off the gear off of Narcisse, is because this is like my favorite team on my account. Just he goes so well with the White Queen. They're so powerful together. If I were to, I would have to change up like all my teams if suddenly he wasn't as strong, and I had to find a way for Embrys. I don't know where Embrys fits on the team right now. I don't know who to use him with. That's the biggest problem right now. Like, where do I throw him in? Does he just work with anything? I don't know. Like, I haven't come up against him enough yet in live arena. Like, I see him here and there, but honestly, I usually beat him because I mean, I'm going against, I'm not super high level in live arena. I don't go super hard. Some months I go harder than others. But, I'm only at 6,300 points. So I don't go up against him enough to see how people are using him. So let me know, who do you use him with? Like, what kind of team setup do you have? Because I still need to figure that out for my team. But obviously he still needs his build still needs some work. Things could change dramatically if I get a big soul for him. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is he can be used to strip, right? So I probably need him to go faster for that. So I'd probably have to sacrifice something else, like his damage. Yeah, I mean, I could think about putting him in like relentless and stone skin. I could look at my savage gear, see if I can find something better there. Probably not merciless, but maybe. Yeah, I need to play around with him uh, to really get a feel for it. I see what you're saying. I mean, can you throw him in with Arbiter? Like if Arbiter speeds him up, maybe? Or you could do like Arbiter, Embrace, and then have like Lady Bikage stun, and then a nuker, maybe. But maybe I need to make him faster. He's definitely too slow right now. I mean, obviously, if I get that dusted, that would add 12 speed. If I can get some glyphs on him, that would help. And then I would just have to tinker with these other pieces to see where I can find enough speed and enough crit rate. Like, does his crit damage matter that much? I mean, if the point of him is to strip, like, what if. Let's take this team. And who would be a good nuker for this? Yeah. If you could lend me any of those mythicals, I would love that. I would happily take your mythicals. Yes, please. What nuker do I want to throw in here? Doesn't really matter. So if we just do speed and then I don't know, that's kind of double dipping with her. Maybe I would need like a second speed booster to get him fast enough. Let's see. Ancora with any of my nukers as she prevents them from being CC'd. And I fight people in Live Arena with Ancora Marius and they have Armands. They always A2 but can't CC Marius. So he counters, okay. Yeah, I could do Fabian, I guess. My Fabian, I improved his speed a little bit. So I'm assuming that this UDK will have Stone Skin. Good. I just want to test that out. I'm okay. So he removed it anyway. So what do I hit here? Do I want to switch forms? Yeah, I could bust out my Warlord since I already have teams with um, Armands and Fabian in them. I could see if I can get my Warlord going fast enough. I just want to see what we do here. Okay, so this is the double damage. So we'll have to assume that UDK doesn't have high accuracy. Is here? Oh, that's not good enough. If you have second nuker, ideally you would strip and then let them clap, but you can just go alt form. Okay, what about a little bit tankier of a team? What happens here? In second form, always A3 first. Okay. Okay, so that did not strip the stone skin. Good. Okay, so we want to strip that, right? See? Okay, so that will strip that. Put Ancora in the team. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, and what does this A3 do? Swaps HP with the enemy and grants extra turn. Okay, I get it. Okay. So you want to put Ancora in. You want them to go first. Okay, let's just see what happens here. So let's put Ancora in. What if we put these two together? See what happens with like a kind of slow team. See if I can figure out what exactly you're getting at here. Okay. My Ancora is slower than their Arbiter. Okay. I meant my Ancora is faster than their Arbiter. Okay, so switch that out. And what happens here? I don't think this team's very good is the problem. It's hard to find good hard teams in the middle of CVC. Let's look for somebody with a little bit of player power. That's not the kind of team we're looking for. I think that Arbiter is pretty slow because my Ancora is decently fast, but not on the same level as my Arbiter. My Arbiter is 425. My Ancora is 325. So their Arbiter must be like well under 300, considering that an Arbiter has a much better aura with a 30% compared to 19. So probably somebody that just got their Arbiter. Um, you any stronger? All right, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I mean it's a good speed for Ancora. Pretty good. I'm sure that there are people with like 400 speed Ancora or whatever. Okay, that didn't do much to me. I don't know if I'm gonna run up against the kind of teams I'm looking for here. Uh, he'll probably just wipe them out. What happens here? Don't want to do that. All right. Not running into the strongest teams here. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good idea of something to mess around with. Obviously, I'm not going to find super strong arena teams right now. Probably won't find super strong teams here either. Most people are doing this. So how's CBC going? We're up to 324K. We'll see how many points we get from Altar of Souls. Turns out that this 2x event for the Mortal Soul Stones is tomorrow, not today. I misunderstood when I watched the video yesterday, but I rewatched it today, and it's supposed to be tomorrow. I don't know why they have to do it like that. Like, why can't they just do it for 2 days? Unfortunately, still no wish list for mythicals. Can't do anything about that. So I do plan on making a video for that tomorrow. I was trying to do my Sacred Order today, and it turns out I need to rebuild a couple champions because this boss, I could take down this boss pretty easily if they didn't like heal all of their HP in the middle of the battle. Hey, thanks for coming by. Maybe we'll check you out tomorrow night. Yeah. So I do want to rebuild a couple champions here. I think Mountain King is going back in the vault. I was thinking about building Sir Nick as well. It didn't seem like I needed him because I could stay alive. It seemed like the bigger problem was I wasn't getting enough damage. I wanted to rebuild my Phoenix anyway. But Mountain King has the same problem that Mountain King had 4 years ago when I first pulled him as my first legendary champion from a shard. Is that he weak hits against Spirit Affinity. Seems like every hit against Spirit Affinity is weak hit. And so unfortunately he is going back in the vault. I mean, if I had Affinity Breaker or something available, that could possibly be an option, but I've never really farmed that. So I want to rework my Phoenix. Unfortunately for Faction Wars, your champions need to go a lot faster than they used to, and they need to hit a lot harder than they used to. He's got 3-star. I could add a relic, but I want to rebuild Phoenix, and then I want to rebuild Inquisitor as well. So I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. I'll be right back, and we're going to take a look at Phoenix, see if I can make him better. Okay, back with Phoenix. And I have the right kind of build for him, but it just needs to be better. Attack-based nuker. Want him hitting harder, going faster, and see if I can take down this boss a little bit easier. And then same thing with Inquisitor. The builds aren't complicated. It's a matter of, do I have the gear left over? I guess the first thing we can do is we can see if we have Merciless. If we have Merciless, that would be real nice. Defense, crit damage, HP. So I don't really want to rework this. I do have quite a bit of ore. I just bought all the ore from the shop, which I highly recommend. I don't think Merciless is going to work out, though. I think we just need to find the best attack ring, get the most attack. Attack high. We don't need to worry about Stone Skin in particular, because he's not going to... Some people use him in Arena, but for me, I don't really foresee building teams around Phoenix. He's good enough. I just not clever enough to want to always have to do that. None of these pieces are like special. I mean, if I threw him in some pinpoint, he could go faster. Don't think it's really worth that. I think the best thing to do is just enchant. Hopefully get some decent attack rolls on him. Okay, there's a little extra attack. I can't do any ascensions right now. I need to spend all my energy tomorrow on getting oils and essences. Let's see, I can just ascend that eventually. Okay, this isn't super fast. Can I get a better banner? Preferably with speed. Speed high. What can we find? Let's look at equipped. This would increase our speed and our attack, so that's an option. See how this hits. Speed and attack. This could be good. If we hit one more speed or attack, no. So what does this do? This would add 260 attack, but we would lose 5 speed. We could enchant. We can enchant that. a little bit. We can get some extra attack. And some extra speed. I've never been so low on glyphs in years. Okay, so we're looking at 6,200 attack, 209 speed, 277 crit damage. Let's see where we can improve. Obviously, those gauntlets are not what we want. They do have crit rate, but they have no attack on them, no extra crit damage. Let's see what's available in Savage. Savage or Fatal or Cruel. I mean, this one is instantly better. Speed would be good too. Let's see. I don't really want to steal from other equally useful champions. What about Fatal? Trying to think if I use Cold Heart for anything anymore. What would I use Cold Heart for? Not Faction War, not Curse City. I don't use her in my Spider team. Don't use her in Fire Knight. Do you guys use Cold Heart anymore? I haven't thought about that in a while. Cold Heart. Should I steal from Cold Heart? I kind of think I should. We'd keep the crit rate. We would get better speed, better crit damage. The only thing I could think of using Cold Heart for is when they have like random use only dark elves kind of things. I think I'm going to steal that from her. We'll go fitting room. And then I'll have to replace a different fatal piece with Savage. And then attack piece, chest piece, speed and crit rate. Can we improve this? Apparently, I only have 2 pieces of attack percentage chest plates in Savage on my entire account with crit rate. That's kind of crazy. But what would this do? It would add crit rate that I would actually need. And only take away a little crit damage, a little attack. So we probably need to do that. And let's see. Speed boots. We are using all of our speed boots. Looks like we already have a good pair of speed boots, though. So I think we need to find a good piece of savage gear. For the weapon. Can get some extra speed here. Lose a little crit damage. Same. We probably need to do this. Probably. Because we definitely need him going faster. We need to get that attack up. The crit damage is okay-ish. It's okay. And then these final two pieces. Can we improve anywhere? Most of our pieces are being used somewhere. Let's go with speed high. Like everything's being used. All right. So if we do this, we would add 300 attack, 21 speed, 6 crit damage, and a little accuracy. So it's better at least. No. And then do we have any kind of glyphs that'll help? Obviously, this needs to be dusted. We can get a little bit of extra accuracy. I don't know if he's going to really have enough accuracy to hit his block buffs or decreased speed, decreased defense. Don't really think I can get that accuracy on him. Do I have any? Okay, I can at least do this. Not what I'm looking for. How about here? Not what I'm looking for. And I'll add a little bit of attack. And a little bit more here, maybe. All right. So we end at 6,600 attack, 230 speed, 283 crit damage. But I do have Curse City. Wait, do I have I don't mean Curse City, I mean faction. I do have faction war bonuses. So with that, plus 20 speed, plus 30 crit damage, plus 80 accuracy. Okay. A little bit better. So he will hit a little bit harder, go a little bit faster. And then Inquisitor. What do I currently have him at? 6,400 attack isn't bad, but he's so slow. He's 189 speed. We have to address the speed because the crit damage is there, the attack is there, and he takes care of the fears that we have to deal with on the boss. That's the reason why he's on this team. But he's way too slow. Do we have any more? I mean, he's still Sacred Order, so he's still going to have the same problems. We can add a little bit of speed here, but not a lot. we're okay here. But this gear is just not going to be good enough. We need way more speed. So can I fix the speed issue? Well, first of all, he's got attack boots on. That explains a lot. That explains a whole lot. Can I get speed boots with enough crit rate? Let's see. Crit rate should not be an issue here. We're going to lose attack. That's just something that we have to deal with. So no matter what, we'll gain the speed. Which one loses the least amount of attack? Probably that one, I guess. Plus some accuracy. Okay. And we can enchant that a little bit. And a little bit of accuracy. Okay, that will get him up a little bit faster. We will look at his stats with the Faction War bonus. 5,800 attack, 249 speed is definitely better. 331 crit damage, still pretty good. And what can we improve here? Can we upgrade this and improve it? Looking decent. It's decent. See if there's any bad pieces here. Anything that we can really improve on. We've got 6 crit rate that we can sacrifice. Here we go. We could get an extra 12 speed, but it would cost us crit damage. Oh, this one's pretty good. We would get 11 speed, plus we can enchant it. We'd only lose 10 crit damage, and we'd be at 100 crit rate. And we can get most of that speed back. There we go. So 5,900 attack, 269 speed. Considerably better. Still at 321 crit damage, 349 accuracy. Not bad. Okay, time for my weekly bizarre purchases. And let's look at Faction Wars. See what we can do with this boss. See if that's enough damage. We do have options here. Um, if we want, we could try to replace Wixwell with Sir Nick, but I'd have to build Sir Nick. We also have Alice as a potential damage dealer. She might be better than Phoenix. I don't know. But we need Inquisitor because of the fears. That's the problem. And we need both revivers, unfortunately. Is Wixwell doing enough? I don't know that he is. We can try it. This probably won't be a very fast or very pretty battle. I know that's going to take a couple minutes to get just through the waves. Unless I've really improved the builds, but I think I've only improved them a little. Hopefully enough. Don't forget get your Hydra keys in. Hit that auto button. I'm interested in seeing how my Tholen does now that he's got 5 stars. Hopefully we see a big increase in his damage. Rebuilt 5 stars. It's painfully slow without Alice. The waves are a lot faster with Alice. But I just had to have Inquisitor in for the boss. So if this doesn't work, I either need to replace Wixwell or Phoenix. Try those. Finished plat last week? Like, that's crazy, dude. What are you running? If you don't mind sharing. What's like your big offensive team? What are you running for defense too, I guess? I have thought about trying to sneak into plat, but I don't think I can even do that. Maybe before mythicals came in, I had like a dream. But considering I haven't even pulled a mythical, probably not happening. Sounds like fun in theory, though. This is so painfully slow. The waves are much faster with Alice. Arbaeus, Fabian, Marius, and Ancora. Defense Marius, Freya, UDK, and Ancora. Man, every day I kick myself for not going for Freya. I just didn't want to do the champion training. I was kind of mad because I was expecting a soul stone or shard. Like I was saving my soul stones and my shards for it. For the deck of fate. Either one would have been fine. And they went with champ training, and I just didn't want to do it, but I should have. These waves go much faster with Alice. I do have to say that. So if this doesn't work, I'd probably take out Phoenix and try Alice. Because I took out Alice to put in an Inquisitor. I don't know if I can get away with taking Wixwell out or not. Might be better if I do. I don't know. We're almost through the waves. This is my big problem, though, on Faction Wars is usually I have a problem with either I don't have enough damage or I can't keep the team alive. It's hard to get that balance in factions for me. Like I usually have one or the other. If I get to a certain spot, oh, this is so rough to watch. I just want to get through this boss, though. Yeah, I don't I don't want to be wasting all of my relic materials moving relics around. That's the reason why I don't move my cat's gaze. I probably forget it on like some random champion and then wonder why my Marius isn't hitting as hard. So I know that this team can get the minions out of the way. The big problem is when the boss does the old take back all of our HP deal. Yeah, Doom hologram every 12 turns. Exchanges remaining HP levels with the target enemy with the highest HP. Then the HP levels of all enemies will be brought down to the level of the enemy with the lowest HP. Yeah, that's what I run into. Okay, I need to keep this team alive. Oh, jeez. There we go. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, this boss is stupid. I wonder how long it's going to take them before they nerf Faction Wars hard. It seems like they usually wait a while. Like, you guys hear about the Chimera nerfs coming up? How long did that take them? About 8 months or so? Probably be the same here. Before I started playing the game, they had to nerf regular Faction Wars, I believe. Okay, we almost have the most annoying minion down. That'll be big. And who do we bring back up? There we go. Okay, he's down. Okay, we're alive. Yeah, I think we can auto for a little bit. Yeah, I don't even bother doing damage during ram form because it'll just kill my team. I just do A1s. It's stupid. Like, what's the point of the boss if you can't do anything to it? We'll see. We'll see if it's overall easier or harder. They couldn't just throw in the nerf, they had to throw in the buff, right? But it doesn't matter much. I mean, my clan is not taking down Nightmare. Like, I'm the only one doing Nightmare. I get the top chest on Nightmare, and that's about all that matters because we don't even fight Ultra Nightmare. All right, let's stay alive here, please. Okay, let's get rid of you, please. Come on. Oh, we're in trouble. Okay, let's get you back alive. Okay. Now, okay, we're alive. Can we do damage on this stupid boss? I would not be surprised if Plarium does something stupid and makes Chimera overall harder, less accessible. Seems like the kind of fix that they do. All right. Can we do damage fast enough? If we stay alive, maybe. Only 12 minutes into the run. Seems like a fair boss. Let's see. Is there a way to tell when these 12 turns are going to be up? I'm guessing it's going to be any second. I think this is closer than I've gotten. But I feel it happening any second. This boss is going to want to switch up the HP. There we go. Okay. So somehow we're supposed to do this in 12 boss turns. I don't think that can happen with this team. I think I need Alice. Okay, so we do have the cooldown showing. It's already at 9 turns. I'm not like a quarter of the way through. This is absurd. Maybe if what if Sir Nick is built in 9-piece protection, built for damage? Maybe? But my damage dealers just keep dying. They're not getting enough turns. The cooldown's already to 7. There's no way this happens. I mean, does she go down faster with, like, if we had Brimstone? Would that even help enough? I mean, Alice is going to have the same problem with the boss, though. She's just going to die a lot. That's why I took her out and put Inquisitor in, because I knew he would deal with the fears. But it's just not enough damage. Like, we need like a max HP nuker. I don't think I have one of those for this faction. All right. There's no way this happens. There's 3 turns left on the cooldown. We just don't get enough damage. It's just pointless. Let's just look at the faction. I mean, obviously, all you need to do is pull Siegfried, I'm sure. HP, max HP nukers. I mean, Cardiel might help with getting some extra hits in. If I had that. The epics are trash. Yeah, I guess I can try building Sir Nick and 9 pieces of protection if I have it. Where is he? I'm not doing that run again tonight. I can't do that to myself. It looks like I had him in protection at one point, but had to steal the gear. What do we have for protection gear? We got some options. I assume he's HP. Yeah. We got some options here. Let's see. Can we get him in crit damage? Okay, crit damage. Try that out. fine. And then probably HP would be nice. Resistance. Okay, we can get him in kind of slow resistance. What else? Defense, accuracy. I guess whatever hits for speed. Nothing insane. Probably just throw this on just because. Not exactly what we want. What kind of protection pieces do I have available? Probably all in use. I could steal that. Not really using Oh Pardon on anything important. And then crit rate, maybe. There we go. What will this hit? 9 and 11 or 26 and 5. Probably this. And our crit rate is insanely low. That'll help. Okay. We can get him in 78k HP, 247 speed, 70% crit rate, 202 crit damage. I assume I don't have any crit rate gloves. Yeah, I'll probably steal that from Tatura. Nah, I'll just leave it alone. It's fine. I mean, he doesn't have to crit every time. It would just be nice to get a little extra damage out of him. I'll try that on my own. I can worry about bumping that up during a artifact enhancement. Okay, well, we tried. Uh, I'll see if I can figure that out. If I do figure it out, I will share a screenshot tomorrow night in chat. I should be able to stream. Look forward to a video tomorrow, Altar of Souls, and then whatever I pull, we'll see what I can build up with the new blessings tomorrow. I better get something with 215 mortal soul stones. Hopefully something good. Hopefully something on my wish list, or one of the mythicals that one of the few mythicals I have. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining. And I think the builds that we did tonight are just okay. I think I'll have to tinker with those, but it's a good start. Blessings will help. And hopefully I get some good soul stones tomorrow. Hopefully you guys do too. And we'll talk about it tomorrow night. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with more Raid Shadow Legends content. See you tomorrow, probably.